Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Essence. And in today's video, I want to talk about the do's and don'ts of preparing an altar. Altars aren't, they're not overly complicated unless you make them overly complicated, but there are still some guidelines to go by so that you can have an efficient ritual. So, number one, preferably an altar is in the same place. And if it is done in different areas, then at least should have the same table. Like I have a little coffee table that I can move around wherever I need to. If one space is full of crap and I want to move it outside, for example, I can easily take it, but I'm still using that same table. And the reason for this is that the buildup of energies over time is supposed to help make your energy stronger, make your magic stronger, and the effects of the ritual stronger. Now, I have used many different things as altars. It's preferred. It's not necessarily necessary. But it is preferred. I've used a TV tray, that coffee table. I've used this plastic picnic table that's out in the carport. I've used the dining room table that's outside my room. I've used totes. That's actually what I had to use when I first started magic. I had to use totes, plastic totes. So it isn't always possible to have the same ritual space, especially if you live with someone and those people are, you don't want to get in their way, or maybe they frown upon what you're doing. And so I do understand that, if you have to move your altar wherever, do what you need to do. It's not incredibly important, but it is a good option. Like if you have your own place, to keep your altar table where it needs to be. Just keep using the same altar table. You can move it around. It's just keep using the same altar table. Number two, whenever you begin a ritual, you cleanse not only yourself, but the altar table in general with sage or blessed incense. And this is to prevent any negative energies that may have clung to you from past rituals, from tainting your energy, or it'll just reset the energies for a new thing. Like if let's say you did a spell for prosperity, and the next spell you're doing is for healing, you're going to want to reset for that. Because then you might do a spell for healing. Healing, and then prosperity energies are coming. So not necessarily a bad thing. You want what you want, you want the energies to be correct. Now for this overall setup, it's easier to do one thing at a time when you're doing a ritual on your altar. And what I mean by that is one spirit, one deity, or one target. I have done a ritual before on my back when I was using the dining room table, where I prayed to 3 gods during a ritual, and it was a very important ritual, and it worked. But if you do to more than one thing on a altar, things can get pretty cluttered, and then the energies can get cluttered as well. So it's best to do one at a time if you have a small space. So if you have, let's say a TV tray is your altar table, you're obviously going to want to be selective about what you put on that altar. Now, if you have a larger altar space, like you're using a dining room table as one, then you have the ability to put more stuff on. But keep in mind, you probably don't want to use a dining room table that you eat at all the time. Like this table, the dining room table outside my room, we have not used in years. It's just, it has a bunch of crap on it right now. But back when we used to have parties down here, people would eat at it. So if you're like, it's your house and, you eat at that dining room table, it's probably best not to use that as your altar because, what if you have a bad day at work and you're eating angry and, that anger is leaching onto the energies that you put onto there. So it's best to keep your personal life and your altar life separate. But if you want a bigger space, you can use maybe a coffee table in your own room that you only use for that, or you get a decorative table, a nightstand, the top of a shelf, like or a dresser, like what I have here. That's fine too. But yeah, keep those energies separate. And if you want a bigger altar space, there are alternatives. And I'm sure you can find them at any furniture store. Something that suits your needs, something that you can that fits your decor of your house, and something that is for your own personal use, no one else's. I got all kinds of phlegm. I hate when the temperatures switch outside. But for the energies of a ritual and your altar to maintain at a steady pace and, build up strength, you don't want to taint the energies with any negativity. So never go into your altar space without cleansing yourself first. Don't go in it with anger, stress, sadness, or any of those negative emotions, because it can ruin a ritual and it can mess with your magic. You can consecrate your altar table with oils. I have 3 kinds. I have peppermint oil, jasmine oil, and lavender oil. Now, I have used these only a little bit. I have used them to draw a little, I put my finger with the oil and I would draw little symbols relating to the particular deity that I was calling upon. And it was nice smelling, and it can also be used as an offering to your gods if you know the type of smells that they are used to. Next thing is when you're setting up your altar and you have chosen your deity or spirit, which can be, of course, a god, a guardian angel, an ancestor, you're going to want to put things that are important to those energies. Like, for example, the goddess Rhiannon, she's a Welsh goddess. She has the triquetra is her symbol. 3 elongated circles together, interlocked. Her spirit animals are associated with songbirds, dragons, dogs, and most importantly, horses. So those are also something to put on. I hear she is a goddess of the moon, so selenite would be a good crystal to put on there. And of course, quartz can be used in any. So you're going to want to put things that they are associated with, things that they're used to set the scene. It's like setting a dinner table. You want it to look nice, you want it to look inviting, and you want it to have the perfect atmosphere to, liven the place up. So that's what you want to do with your altar. Make it look nice. Make sure that there isn't anything undesirable about it. Make it inviting for your chosen energies that you want to invite. Let's see. Afterwards, clean up. So it's always good to let, after a ritual is complete on your altar, to let incense burn all the way through. Especially if it's a part of an offering that you have, make sure it burns all the way. You don't want to cut it short. And candles, if you got big candles on your altar and you have incense at the same time, I would say let them burn until the incense is burned away. And if not, then I would let them burn until, like if it's at night or you're about to go somewhere, of course, blow them out. Whenever you are going to not be there, of course, safety first, and no need for them to keep burning. If it's small candles or like those tea candles, just let them burn all the way through. You don't want to cut anything short. You never know how long a deity is going to linger at your altar, so it's always good to just keep those around for a little bit. Whenever I do a ritual, I will leave the stuff on it for about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what's going on. But I think that's a good guideline to go by. And those are the main things that I have focused on for my altars. And despite the different deities that I have called and the different spirits that I have called, they're pretty much, they run the same way. I call them the same way. And I set the stage for each one of them depending on the theme they go by and the things that they're interested in. But I call them the same, I start it the same, and I end it the same. It's not rocket science. Please let me know down in the comments if there's anything specific that about your altar or altars that I may not have mentioned, and I would love to answer your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And good luck making your own personal altar.